Hey, Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Today, I got a sweet top deck for you. This one is a color combo that we haven't played for a while, so I'm very happy to be coming back to it. Additionally, this deck's been around for a little bit, so good to see that it's coming back around as well and seeing that it's finding some success. But as always, what we're going to talk about here is we'll talk about the main board, we'll talk about the sideboard, we'll talk about how to sideboard, so that should cover our best of one and best of three, and then we'll absolutely go play that best of one and best of three competitive Magic matches as well. But before we go ahead and check out this deck, Planeswalkers, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate your support as always. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. Additionally, you can like me on Facebook, you can like the video, and you can also follow me on Twitter and Twitch if you'd like as well to stay up to date on content like this where I try and do a daily video for you. Now, lastly, feel free to check out my Untapped profile down below to see where I'm at in my journey and keep me honest. And additionally, please feel free, I've included the Untapped companion down below so you can track your journey and share it with me as well. So, Planeswalkers, with that said, what deck do we have? Well, my friends, we have a... We have a Izzet Draw Two. So I'm super pumped because I was like, we haven't done any red, we haven't done any blue in a while. So today we've done both of that. Izzet. So this is a 6+ win deck, Platinum to Mythic. Additionally, Izzet calls from the Ravnica guilds of both the blue and the red. So both islands and mountains give us that color combo to get Izzet. And this is a very interesting naming convention because it is draw two, and essentially what that means is the big thing here is whenever we draw our second card each turn, we get to create a 1/1 blue fairy creature token with flying. The key around that is that's one piece, but it's everything to do with drawing a second card. So the first one comes on the upkeep, the second one comes by being able to actually utilize some sort of draw format. We'll talk about that here in a minute. And the goal about this deck is really to cycle through your cards fast, either go wide with Improbable Alliance there, and there's some other big heavy hitters there towards the tail end, and we'll get to that here in a minute. So that is the naming convention of the deck. That is the objective and play of the deck. It's an interesting take. It's not necessarily an aggro. I don't really think it's kind of a mid-range, even though you can maybe say it could be a mid-range, but tends to be a little bit more late game and kind of combo-y. So that's kind of how I look at that. Now, Planeswalkers, as always, we'll go through and walk through the list. Like I mentioned, we'll talk about the sideboard, and then we'll talk about how to sideboard. But the deck list is available for you down below in the description, so you have access there. Additionally, the deck list links are there as well, so if you'd like to go that route, you have them available. And also, please feel free to comment down below and let me know if you have questions while we're walking through the deck or the gameplay. And also, I got a Discord server there for you too, so feel free to join up and chat. And last, there's other ways to support the channel down below in the description. All right, so what do we got going on here? Well, I'm going to run through this relatively quickly. I think you guys will get the concept fairly fast. And I'm very, very excited to play this one because it is pretty fun. Now, first off, here we have Ops. So this is a instant speed spell where we get a scry one, then draw a card. So there's the draw. Then we have Fire Prophecy. So this is nice removal at instant speed again. It deals 3 damage to target creature. We may put a card from our hand on the bottom of our library. If we do, we get draw cards. So there's another draw. Then we have Improbable Alliance, like we talked about here already, but we didn't talk too much about it. So what this card does is, one, it's an enchantment. Whenever we draw our second card each turn, we get to create a 1/1 blue fairy token with flying. And this is each turn, so it's also on your opponent's side that you can do this. So keep that in mind. And then for 6, we can draw a card, then discard a card as well. Then we have Brazen Borrower. So here we can return target non-land permanent an opponent controls to its hand for 2 at instant speed. And then we got a Flash Flyer, a 3/1, but it can't block. It can only block creatures with flying. We have Ironcrag Pyromancer. So this is a nice little combo here. Whenever we draw our second card, each turn, Ironcrag Pyromancer deals 3 damage to any target, which is pretty sweet. We also have Gadwick the Wizened. So this card's very powerful. This refills our hand and it allows us to tap down. So when Gadwick the Wizened enters the battlefield, we draw X cards. Whenever we cast a blue spell, tap a target non-land permanent an opponent controls. Then we have Teferi, Master of Time, and that is indeed. So we may activate loyalty abilities of Teferi, Master of Time, on any player's turn, anytime we could cast an instant. So very, very powerful. Draw a card, then discard a card for the +1. -3, the target creature we don't control phases out. So treat it and anything attached to it as though it doesn't exist until its controller's next turn. It's very powerful. And then -10, we get to take 2 turns after this one. Then we have Frostville Ambush. So this one here, we can tap down 2 target creatures for 5 or cycle. Generally, you're going to use this for that 2-draw cycle there. And then Ox of Agonis. So nice to have one of these main board. Again, we've played this multiple times, but this is a creature that's an Ox. When it enters the battlefield, we discard our hand, draw 3 cards. And then for escape for 2, we get to exile 8 cards out of the graveyard. And then it enters with a +1/+1 counter on it, and we're going to trigger that ability. Now, we also have Boon the Wishgiver, so if the game does go late, we get the ability to draw 4 cards and reload here at sorcery speed, but we still get the cycle as well, which is very important. Then lastly, one of my favorite, Yodaro Wandering Monster here, also known as Godzilla Doom Inevitable. But this creature has Trample Haste. We can cycle it for 2, and then when we cycle this creature, we shuffle it into our library from our graveyard. If we cycle it 4 or more times this game, we may put it on the battlefield from our graveyard instead. So very, very powerful. Lots of things can happen here, and it can move pretty quickly. So interesting. Again, 2-draw combo, kind of mid-rangey, I'll say. Like I said, we got some decent creatures here, and lots of things that can get activated. Now we got this guy, but then kind of late game at the same time. So very, very cool. Lots of different play here going on, particularly in best of 1. And then obviously we're going to go ahead here now and talk about the sideboard for best of 3. So first off, we got Shock. So that's an instant speed spell dealing 2 damage to any target. Primarily where I'd play this against anything that absolutely needs an answer, but mostly focused around aggro decks, so things like Mono Red, Boros Knights that we've done, Boros Warriors that we've done. Also the Rogues decks, this one's a good one. You're going to want to play this against other things that you're going to have to take off the board, potentially ramp decks. If you need to get the good old Cobra off the board, or the 2/2 elf ramp guy, that could be some good options for you. So lots of nice spots for Shock. And additionally, if you're running in some big baddies here too, more so mid-range, or like we just did the other day with the mono green food one as well, you might need something to go over the top, or even the Yorion decks to go over the top. This could be a good one for you. Next, we got Glimpse of Freedom. So I would play this. Again, this is an instant speed draw card. We get to exile 5 other cards from our graveyard. This you're absolutely going to want to run against mill decks. So Dimir Mill, I would maybe even run it against control deck. Definitely the Rogues deck. This one's going to be very, very prominent and good for you to have in your list. Realistically, that's probably where I would keep that. Next, we have Negate. So this one I would run against Esper decks. I run this against Orzhov decks, and these are the Yorion decks, Mardu. So anything that's running Doom, anything that's enchantment based, run these. Late game control decks, run these. Going to be very, very powerful for you. You could also do it in terms of a mid-range deck too, that's more control-y, and then also anything like big red or mono black control, you'll want to run this. Then we got Thundering Rebuke. So this deals 4 damage to target creature or player at sorcery speed. I would run this again against mainly creatures decks. So things like the food deck, things like mono red, things like Gruul, things like what else do we got? The mono green as well. So food, mono green. Also anything that's, again, leveraging creatures. Mono red, I think I mentioned already, but probably going to be more focused towards the aggro side, so keep that in mind. Oh, Rogues, of course. Then we got Mystical Dispute. So Mystical Disputes are a nice slip at instant speed. It costs 2 less if it targets a blue spell, and then we can target counter target spell unless this controller plays 3. So anything running blue, you're going to want to run this. So Dimir Control, Mono Blue that you guys have seen, Mono Blue Devotion that you guys have seen me play. Also, I would run this against things like the Grixis control decks, other Izzet decks, mirror matches. This one's really, really good. You're going to want to run this against anything running Esper or Orzhov or Mardu Doom as well. So any of the Yorion decks, this is a good one. And then also anything running Ramp. So the Teamer decks, this is either Ramp or Adventure. So also the Adventure decks you guys could include here. And then lastly, anything running Ugin, you're going to want to play that. Next, we got Soul Seer. So this is a very powerful card. Again, creature-based decks, this is going to be your friend. So it deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker. The permanent loses indestructible till end of turn. This is a great card against things like mono white life gain. This will take off Heliod. You're also going to want to run this against Gruul decks. You're going to run this against mono red. You're going to want to run this against Rakdos flavor as well. So anything, and also this will take out our food buddies. Wicked Wolf is bye-bye with this too. So lots of things to keep in mind, lots of places to play this. So really, again, creature-based decks, that's going to be a good one. Ox of Agonis. So we got one main board. I would run this against the rogue decks. Absolutely done. Anything trying to mill you, done. This is what you're going to want to play. And then we got a Gadwick the Wizened again. Anything late game, I would put this in. I like the refill on the hands, even though we got lots of draw. This is going to be very powerful for you. You want to make sure you're getting Gadwick in. So that's what I would do. And obviously when we cycle and stuff, we can get through decks. We do have ability to discard with Ox of Agonis as well. So you could always dump it if it comes in your hand, that kind of a thing too. But that's kind of where I'd focus. The Orzhov decks, the Yorion decks, the Esper decks, the Mardu decks, in terms of all 3 of those as being Doom. And again, anything that's kind of control-y, it's not a bad one to play too. Oof. All right. So Planeswalkers, I went through that pretty quickly today. Again, if you got questions or comments, let me know down below. Pop in the Discord and happy to help. Now, quickly, we'll talk a little bit, again, in terms of how we're going to sideboard. We're going to talk about it aggro, mid-range, and then late game as well. So first off here, in terms of aggro, we talked about throwing in a shock. I'm going to leave the mill decks out because we covered those specifics, but quickly for you, that's going to be like Glimpse. That may also be Mystical Dispute, as well as something like an Ox of Agonis here that you're going to want to play to really solidify that type of match, and you may even want to run the gate. You could run the gate. So let's talk about it more so in terms of creature base. So you're probably gonna go Shock. You're probably gonna go Thunder and Rebuke, potentially Soul Seer. So let's go 5 to 7. So where would I begin to kind of remove things? Again, it's about the 2 draw. This is cheaper than this. However, this thing packs a huge punch. So if they are more creature based, this deck is fairly well set up, but you just want to have more direct answers. I would consider maybe dropping a Gadwick. How many lands are we running? I should have talked about this earlier too. We do have 24 lands, so at least I would feel comfortable going 22. So you could cut 2 lands if you wanted. And again, here we actually got modal lands. We also got the Scry lands. I should talk about that earlier. So those are available for us. I would maybe cut 1 island and 1 mountain. So that gets you down 2. I definitely would keep Ironcrag. I still like having creatures like Gadwick, but you could cut 1 here. You're going to want to keep Fire Prophecy. You could go a little bit slower in terms of the 2 draw. Where I would maybe cut the Frost Veil, and then also maybe 2 of the boons. You're still going to get the 1 here with the opt, and at least you get a Scry and Look. And then here's where you kind of slow down, and then you can still have your big creature if you need it as well. So that would give you 1, 3. If we dump both of those, 5, and then maybe 2 of the boons. And I prefer to keep the boons over these, so that will get you to 7 there. So that's a good spot, a good focus for you, at least in the aggro side. And then now when we talk about the mid-range, again, this could be different if it's more creature based, kind of like the Selesnya one that we did the other actually yesterday, Adventures deck, or if it's more like the Rakdos midrange. You really got to think about how you're gonna play through that. Negate isn't going to be a bad choice. Mystical Dispute might not be bad. You may want to go with Ox or Gadwick again, just to kind of reload. You may, but if it is more creature based, you might want to shock. So let's go again 4 to 6 there. Always can go with the 2 lands. I still like kind of that same approach. If they're not creature heavy, you can definitely cut some of the Fire Prophecy. Otherwise, I'd look to these 2 spots to really make the space. Again, there are 2, so you go 2 there. You could go 2 there and 2 there, or you could go 4 here, 2 there. That gets you 6. Lots of good spots to kind of fit those things in. Now, when we go to late game. At late game, you're definitely probably going to end up having the gates. You're probably going to have Mystical Disputes. You may want the Ox as well. So again, we got 5. If they're not running a lot of creatures, these are going to be things like the Yorion decks. You're probably going to dump the Fire Prophecy, so that gives you 4. And you could, again, go real risky on the lands. But if you don't want to go that route, that gives you 4. I would then look here and then dump Frostveil first. So you're pretty safe there. It's a pretty consistent spot, at least in terms of how I would cut. Are they creature based? If not, Fire Prophecy's gone. If yes, keep that, and then look towards these 6. I would still probably keep 2 boons no matter what. So that gives you 4, and then kind of figure out where else you may want to cut. Like I said, lands aren't a terrible spot, but in best of 3, you don't have that mana smoothing curve or algorithm. So you got to keep that in mind. All right, Planeswalkers, that is the overview of the deck. We talked about the naming convention. We talked about the main board. We talked about the sideboard. We talked about how to sideboard. So we will go play some competitive matches here. But quickly, as always, deck list is available for you down below. Questions, comments down below. You can also hit me up on Discord if you want to know. Hey, there we go. There's a new one. And then obviously, like I said in the description, other ways to support. All right, so let's get at it, my friends. We have been sitting here way too long and talking way too much about this deck. No, I'm just kidding. I know you guys like it. So we are going to go into standard rank. There's that Selesnya Adventures deck that we did yesterday. Today we're doing Izzet Draw Two. So very excited about this one. So let's go ahead and hop into it here. Like I said, this deck was very popular. One second. Apologies, my fan was going too loud. This deck was very popular early on in the season. Glad to see that it's still doing well. I think it's a very, very fun deck, robust deck for us. Lots of interesting options. So we're playing a milled deck. This is tough, but I'm going to keep it because we got a lot of different things that we can do, and we'll go from there. If we do get hit on the Godzilla, now I'm speculating it's milled deck because it's got Luris. We're going to run into some interesting issues here. That was 2. That was pretty... They could be running a cycling deck too. So I'll probably start with Temple of Epiphany actually, just to see what the next card is. But if they are running, yeah, we'll keep that, because if I can keep cycling these quickly, Yidaro may beat our way out. Let that hit first. There we go. There's one. This is going to get real interesting against this deck. So we do have our Ox, which is good. So we'll have to see there. So I did that to cycle Yudaro here again. Ooh, they're getting real aggressive early. So there's 2. There's our Ox. That's slightly unfortunate. So we can discard the Ox here. That's going to help us.
Something.
We'll get rid of that. So now I got Brazen Borrower here.
Respect your elders.
Which is big. So now we got plenty of protection if we can get it off. Perfect. So let's get rid of a pathway.
Love a good puzzle.
Ooh, and we get another one here. We could do another one of these. Well, I think we need to wait 1 turn. We need to wait 1 turn to push with Brazen here. So let's look. Because they will be able to mill us. That's fine, I'll leave that in the mill spot. So we're gonna push the thief back. Now, I could have done this, so I could have drawn a card, then discarded a card.
Think fast.
And got a cycle in, but we'll leave that. Again, that was where I played the Temple of Epiphany back there. Alright, we're doing just fine. And we got Gadwick. So let's go with a blue. Ooh, that's a bummer.
I do love a good puzzle.
Ooh, this is tough. This is real tough, but we got Ox to refill, so I feel like we dropped that one actually. Alright, so again, here, we can use Teferi. So we'll do this. Dump that. And then we'll cycle. There's our control. And we'll get a reload next turn. Ooh. My mouse is having some problems here. I'm gonna block on both. Ooh, there's a Yadaro. What was that? That's like 3. This is instant, so we'll save that. Let's draw a card. Dump that one. So I'm saving Fire Prophecy specifically for Lurrus here.
Back's gonna hurt tomorrow.
Oh, Yadaro. Oh, so nice. So nice. Oh, that is so nice. We'll leave it at that. Oh, 2-draw. That is game. Most likely. I shouldn't say that now, but I'm saying most likely. Because we got a 8/8 Trampler, so they have to kill it. Okay. This guy legendary? He is legendary, isn't he? Alright, there probably was something in there to get through, but we're good. I'll let him pull it. We got 20 left, so we're okay. And we can get one flyer through, so it's not going to matter. Boom! Izzet 2-draw, taking it down. Or draw 2. I like 2-draw better, but Draw Two. Super, super awesome there. Very competitive. Worked really, really well. So you're cycling through cards rather quickly. Alright, on to the next one. Just a lot of good options there for that first match. Alright, luck out it is in our next match here. I like this. We will keep it. 2, we got a 1. We're going to skip the 1, we'll go to 2. We got the extra draws. We got Iron Crag for control. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Let's get a land though. Don't need that. Kazandu Valley. So either Gruul or mono green, or even a mono green. Yep, there it is. All right, that is perfect. Because not a lot can hit Iron Crag too, which is what I really like here. We're gonna need. So I gotta slightly go slow here. And I'm saying that because we have to get this on the board to get the control. Otherwise we're in trouble. Yep, figured that was gonna happen. So we're gonna have a good opportunity here. This is gonna be a cleave. We're still okay. So before I do anything, I'm going to see what we got here. We'll take that for sure. We'll take that off the board. I will drop this. I'm going to save that. And actually we will do that. I will do that, because then they have to play something. So, not lethal yet. Oh, that is a bummer. They're gonna get through with brush fire. Can't block either. Oh no, that's all right. Very efficient deck nonetheless. Oh, good match though. Not bad, very fast. We'll go on to our best of 3 here. Maybe could have played that a little bit differently. I didn't want him to get the draw off Bone Crusher, which is why I did that. There wasn't much, if you look back at the plays, that I actually could have done, which was a slight challenge either way. And if they would have equipped Questing Beast, I would have been in a world of pain with the Death Touch, First Striker, Double Striker technically. Alright, so into our traditional standard ranked. Again, there's a Selesnya Adventures deck you guys should check out. Izzet Draw Two. We are on here for our best of 3. Now, as always, Planeswalkers, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. Additionally, like the video if you like it. You can like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter and Twitch to stay up to date. You can join the Discord, and there's plenty of other ways to support the channel down below, like becoming a patron. All right, let's go ahead. We'll play first. I still like this. Looks good to me. I'll take a second one of those. Absolutely. Ben Miller it is. Uh-oh, don't get rid of my Improbable Alliance. Oh, I'm so sad. I am so sad. I really am. So we'll do this. That's gone. Oh, I want to get 2 of those on the board so bad. So bad. Uh-oh. Well, I can boon it. Let's stem the deck here. That's what I want to do. Let's grab a... That would have been helpful. Oh man, look at this land mess we are in. That I will take. Now I'm saving that, so hopefully they don't steal my hand. Oh, brutal, brutal. That hurts. That hurts a lot. Now, they're gonna have something here, but we gotta block. They're gonna have... Oh, no. We'll do this, though. Ooh, there we go. Let me look. There, better idea. Let's get rid of that land. One more Yadaro, and we're going to be looking pretty good, my friends. One more. One more. It's getting thinner, thinner, thinner. Oh, I just can't luck out, can I?
Ready for a good time to improvise.
There we go. There we go. Boom. What'd they take out of there? That's fine. We'll go -3, and we'll double block. There we go. Alright, Ben Miller. Oh, Elder Gargaroth. There you go. That works nice. So let's do this. Let's see what we got here. That will take. We'll do this.
Think fast.
Discard there. 1, 2,
seconds.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will get rid of that, actually. Seems kind of weird, but I will. One, two, three, four, five. Well, we said 8. Let's draw 3, 4. Let's go like that. Pay 3. I'll leave him with 2 up. That's 4, I think. Boom! Oh, this deck is so much fun, my friends. So much fun. Okay, well, let's figure out how we want to play this, because most of their stuff's pretty big. Mystical Dispute doesn't help. Shock doesn't help. Rebuke helps a little bit, but not much. Oof. Negate helps a little bit, again, but not much. Fire Prophecy was okay against this flyer. I think we do this. I think we drop 2. We did okay against his air. We didn't hit like instant kill spells. So I think the negate's better. I think we can play Gadwick and keep tapping him down if we wanted. Just debating. I think that's okay for now. I'm okay with this, actually. Yeah, I think this will work. It's still not big enough. That's not big enough. These are okay. We'll see what they sideboard in here for the next one. Yeah, Negate's going to be the best against the Agonizing Remorse. It's kind of what I'm going to go there. Whew, super fun. We do got the bigger creatures, though. So we got to be careful. There's a lot of stuff they could take out here. I'm going to mulligan. There we go. I like this better. Now, if they got something that strips Godzilla, we're gonna be in a problem. We're gonna be hurting pretty bad. There we go. We're gonna get all these going. We're gonna get all these bad boys going if we can. Three improbables. If we can get 2 on the board, I'll be happy. But we still need the cycles. Don't have them right now. Yeah, I figured Gargaroth was coming there. Well, we gotta get it though. We gotta get it. It's not gonna matter. Yeah, you got a great draw off the bat. And I am dead. I am dead. I don't have enough. 12, 15. I can block 1 to kill the guy. Yeah, we knew that was gonna happen. We knew that was going to happen. I don't want to play slow on that either. Not enough cycle there. Very fast ramp for them. They had a great job. That was not fun. Let's see here. Negates are still fine. Cycle's better. Mystical Dispute's going to be better in here. No, I'm going to give up on the negate. I'm going to go through Disputes. We'll go 2. We'll leave it at that. If we get to 3, we got a little bit more protection. We had a bad first draw. Mulligans, and then we didn't have the right cycle stuff, but it happens. Alright, Ben Miller, let's see what we got this time. We'll play first. This is not good. This is not good, but it's better. I will keep 6. I'm going to dump this guy, and we'll go find our blue. So we'll get our Improbable Alliance out, at least, and we got some draw going on. Ooh. Well, we can slow down there now. We'll keep that one. So absolutely get our control down. Ooh. We need another blue. If we can get a blue, get Gadwick on and start tapping things down, we'll be in a good spot. So next turn, I can double activate here if we need to hit something off the board. And hopefully we'll pick up our land. I know that they're probably sitting on a Gargaroth right now. At least that's my guess. There it is. There it is. So we're gonna do this. Ooh, that's nasty, actually. There we go. So we can get it off here. Boom! Boom! We got it. We're okay right now. Now we got total board control with these two. Because we got draw with Gadwick. We can get 2. Oh, it's real nice. We'll take it though. So we got 2 enablers. I think we got it, you guys. I think we got it. I still think we got it. So we got the Furier Boon. Yes, we did it. We did it with the Izzet. Oh, Izzet 2 draw. Oh, such a nice deck. Smooth deck. Was a lot of fun, you guys. Interesting for sure in this meta right now. It did work. It did work, man. It did work. So very, very fun. We beat a Dimir Rogues deck. We lost to a Gruul deck very, very fast. Had a great play, and then we beat a kind of Golgari control, Golgari mid-rangey type deck. Very, very fun. So let's go ahead and look at this here quickly. Again, is it 2 draw? So quickly here. Here is the list. Again, Planeswalkers down below, links down below in the description as well, so you have access to it right away. If you got questions or comments, please ask. Always happy to help. And then feel free to hop into the Discord channel as well. The link's down below for that. And then also feel free to support the channel in other ways down in the description. So, all right, Planeswalkers, as always, again, a big thank you. I appreciate it. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. Additionally, like the video if you like it. You can also like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch to stay up to date on content like this. As I mentioned, I try and do a daily video for you. So you stay safe, you take care. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. This was a fun deck, super fast matches too, and kind of a lot to play around, which is really cool. So, all right, I'll see you again soon. Stay safe, like I mentioned. Mythras out, and until next time, Planeswalkers, take care.